Well, there's... No, there's not. We've already been through everything we can. Until our...
Over here. Are you ready? He's waiting for us.
I think we need to go... Yeah, CCO. Right. There we go.
I just watched some of your footage from this week. It's amazing. Blackbeard was mental. And we all got so excited that we started talking about this idea for a trailer about him. Maybe start with him drinking, talking to some pirates, telling a story.
I.e. the trailer that debuted for this game.
Then, we cut to him leaping across the deck of his boat and... Sorry, his ship, not boat. But jumping around the deck of his ship, swinging from ropes, and fighting like a devil. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to manipulate some of the existing footage to get it looking good, but it could be great. I'm getting a shiver in my timbers just thinking about it. Sorry.
Okay, was that supposed to be a euphemism? I don't know. All I know is...
Bonjour,
Let's continue on.
I hope we're not late.
No, you can go right.
Hi, Melanie. I saw you just walked in. I need a few minutes with you alone. Leticia is on the phone and we're discussing the Kenway project.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry about this. I'll call you when we're ready.
Okay. So I can't go in? I can't even try to sneak in through the door?
Hello? Hello?
Nope, not let me in at
Do you
all.
have a second? Of course you do. Head to the waypoint on your map. I have another job for you. I'd like to link all the cameras in the building to a central monitoring system, but most aren't calibrated correctly.
Okay, well, let's head on to do that then. Was it down this way still? Yes. Ah, our security clearance is about to get
Another
upgraded.
locked door. Not a problem. Voila. You now have level 2 security clearance. Not bad for your first few weeks. Find the camera control station first.
We don't have security 3
I'll
though,
update your
unfortunately.
communicator.
Okay. So, this is a
This
different...
is an interesting security measure. It looks like you need to find the right combination of numbers to adjust the wave. Easy enough, right? Pick a number selector, then change its value. Once you find the right combination of numbers, you should get access.
Yeah, so this is a different thingamabob. How do I... Okay, I can switch between them, but it's not letting me... Okay. Oh, okay. The right stick. So yeah, the thing is we got to try to match, and everything multiplies. But we have to match our... we have to match the sine wave or whatever it is. The sound wave. I don't know.
It works.
And if we want information on assassins or Templars or the observatory or whatever the fuck else interests us, Olivier, you will deliver it. Full stop.
Uh-huh.
I understand that, Leticia. I'm sorry if that came out wrong. We are not trying to be a bottleneck here, but we just don't have the resources right now to do 2 times the research.
Finding that balance is your priority. Your entertainment products are simply a means to pay the bills for larger and more important work. That's the way the world works. Dirty money buys clean hospitals. You get it?
We're on board, Leticia, rest assured. We have our best employee working on this, but it will take time.
I think that's me they're talking about.
Good.
Yep.
And thank you. The both of you. I look forward to seeing what you deliver. Until then, I'll see you at the shareholders meeting, Olivier.
Looking forward to it. Bye-bye. Tabarnak! It's a little too early for that kind of abuse, huh? Come on.
So, what's next?
We do as the lady says. Focus on the observatory.
Well, I guess I better get out of here real quick.
Templars, crazy talk. I'm curious about this shareholders meeting, though. How about you break into Olivier's office and see if you can find his schedule? Oh, what? You don't like that idea? Well, how about I blow the fucking whistle on you, hacker? I own you. What I mean is, I don't want to ruin your life. So, do as I say. Now, step over to the window.
Okay.
You can't waltz into Olivier's office through the front door, so I've opened another route. Up we go. Did you know that Abstergo was run by Templars? Oh, yeah. Sounds like crackpot stuff, I know. But then again, the moon landing was fake, right? So, anything's possible.
The moon landing was faked? No. No.
Either you walk through that door, or throw yourself off the terrace. Those are your options.
And I can't throw myself off the terrace. I can't jump. I have no button to jump.
Oh, well done, kiddo. Find his computer. Make it snappy. We're looking for the shareholders meeting schedule. It's worth a lot of money to us.
Uh-huh. Okay. We gotta hack this one. We got another one of these games. Gotta play Frogger. We got something new on here as well. And time it right. Yes. Ah, I did not time that right though. Damn, not right. Okay, and wait. Oh, wait, go cross. So I gotta go cross quickly. Okay, come on. Okay, good. Made it. So what is our prize? Shareholders meeting, something about that? That's what we were looking for. To Melanie LeMay, Kama Niren, Chloe Lesney, Christopher Darby, Evan Dean. From Olivier Garneau. Date 6 November 2013, 9:46. Salut! As most of you know, I'll be attending the Chicago shareholders meeting from the 15th to the 17th, and they'll want to see our progress with the Kenway line. The small amount of data we have already gathered is incredible, and we anticipate even more amazing finds in the near future. The events and people we have seen so far make us confident that the complete experience will be one of the most eye-opening explorations of piracy ever seen. It will take quite a bit of work to scrub the data of objectionable and classified material, but we already have some incredibly promising footage. At the same time, Abstergo Entertainment will soon be announcing a closed beta for our new consumer cloud interfaced app. Sexy name forthcoming. Edward Kenway's virtual pirate experience will be the first complete product on offer and the first of its kind anywhere. An immersive, interactive pirate experience drawn from actual historical data. Internal tests of our consumer cloud app have been encouraging, and we anticipate it will be ready in time for the next holiday season if everything goes according to plan. So this leads us to a broader question. What other experiences would we like to offer? What other historical periods and locations can we explore? Judging by our current rate of data retrieval, our capacity to produce, and our understanding of consumption trends, executives at Abstergo Industries have given me the goal of producing one complete virtual experience per annum, i.e. year, in addition to smaller offerings, as our research allows. This includes books, recordings, films, and other transmedia offerings. A second related question is this. Does Sample 17 contain enough compelling data to sustain our current commitment to it, or should we make a request to Abstergo Industries for additional archive data? Remember that data from Sample 1 proved fruitful enough to create our Liberation product. It is very likely that research into Samples 2 through 16 would bear surprising fruits as well. Thoughts? Response from Melanie. Hello all. Thanks for opening the discussion, Olivier. Just a brief heads up with where we stand now. I've been the Sample 17 project director for just over a year now, and my team and I have been able to cobble together a rough list of the most interesting time periods available to us through this single genetic sample. Remember, this is data that has already been fully or partially sequenced by Abstergo Industries. I'll try to be brief. The patrilineal line, i.e. Desmond's father, 15th century Italian Renaissance, 16th century Ottoman Empire, 18th century American colonies, war for independence, 19th century New England and American Midwest. Matrilineal line, i.e. Desmond's mother, Holy Land Crusades. So that proves that Ezio is not descended from Altair, okay? 13th century, Egypt and Northern Africa. 14th century, Ashikaga shogunate in Japan. 18th century, French Revolution, which is the next game in the series. That would be Unity. 19th century, Napoleonic Wars, Taiwan. 20th century, Summer of Love, American Pacific Coast. That would actually be pretty much Ezio's mother or his grandmother, depending on how old they want to make her. Or grandfather. Could be his grandfather, his mother's dad. I don't know. Obviously, this is just a small sample of the potential options. The number of ancestors any one person has is well above 30,000 just after 15 generations, so there could be many more surprises waiting for us within Sample 17. However, despite Sample 17's rich heritage, we should not limit ourselves to this alone if we have concrete leads elsewhere. For instance, quite a few men from all sides of my family fought in both World Wars, and I even have a great-great-grandfather who fought in the American Civil War. Managed to meet President Lincoln a few times too. Going this route is a little more costly and time-consuming since the data has not already been sequenced, but it could be rewarding in the long run. In short, if anyone has any confirmed connections to interesting historical events, periods, or cities, or knows of people who do, please share. I will also be reviewing the past 3 decades of samples collected and sequenced by Abstergo Industries. I recently learned that one of their samples, number 2 I believe, participated in the trial of Jeanne d'Arc, i.e. Joan of Arc. There's a nice lead right there. Melanie LeMay, project coordinator, sample 17. Yeah, and there's just all this different concept art is the word I'm looking for all these different time periods. Responsible locations from Olivier. All good points, Mel. A word of caution, though. Sample 2 comes from the late Dr. Warren Vidic himself, collected at some point in the early 80s when he was a young engineer working at Abstergo Industries. So as tempting as a Jeanne d'Arc experience sounds, I'm not sure Abstergo Industries would be too keen on letting us rummage around in Dr. Vidic's DNA. It's just a sensitive topic. For my own part, I'm related to Francois Xavier Garneau, noted Quebecois, I don't know how to say that. Quebecois? I don't know. Historian from Quebec and poet. Exciting, right? A possible lead. One additional caveat, let's avoid digging into any modern periods, i.e. 20th century, unless we find something incredibly compelling. Because as fun as World War II setting might sound, we do well to avoid any settings with vehicles, cars, motorcycles, helicopters, tanks, etc. Why, you may ask? Because our research has shown that memory imprinting in individuals is actually hampered by the semi-catatonic state most people enter when driving for medium and long periods of time, and this makes data retrieval somewhat more difficult. In short, we don't want to go through the effort of coding extra animus features just for the sake of digging up memories of people driving around in cars. There are other and more efficient ways to experience that. And yet, in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, there are plenty of horse-drawn carriages all over the city. From Chloe Lesney, Olivier, haha, Quebec City is beautiful, but without pirates, ninjas, or zombies, I'm not sure how well a story about a historian would sell. Also keep in mind, samples 4 and 16 might be off limits too. While doing my own research last month, I caught wind of some exciting characters buried in these gene samples, but as soon as I started digging, I was told by people far, far above me to stop. Very odd, but not surprising, I suppose. AE has a lot of active military contracts, and I assume these had something to do with that. I didn't push back. As far as my own, if anyone is interested, my great-grandfather was friends with Hemingway and Stein and Satie and Picasso when he lived in Paris in the 1920s. No action-packed adventures there, but historically interesting. Just throwing it out there. P.S. Chris, is our lunch meeting on-site or off? From Olivier again. Yes, as much as I love The Lost Generation, I think our first few virtual experiences will need to be a little more action-oriented. So wars and major combat operations are always a good starting point, or any periods of intense conflict, really. As for pirates, ninjas, and zombies, we could easily accommodate the first two, but zombies are a bit, how do you say, ahistorical? Too bad, really. From Christopher. My great-grandmother, for instance, worked alongside Eamon de Valera and Michael Collins for many years during the Irish War for Independence, so it wouldn't be difficult to sequence that small segment of my own genetic memories for our purposes. Olivier, actually there is a factual basis for zombies, or zombification anyway. Read Hurston's book on Haiti and the strange voodoo practice there. It may not be the Hollywood-style zombie magic, but it's creepy nonetheless. In Liberation, Aveline came into contact with voodoo hoongans. If we dug further into that, I wonder what we could find. Her mentor, Agate, was into some weird stuff. KL, off-site. There's a new vegetarian place I want to try. I'll bring the spec sheets. They're already printed. From Kama. Sorry to be a dissenter, but couldn't we be using this technology to educate, not placate? I mean, theoretically, we have all of human history to explore, all of our achievements and brightest moments. So it's a little disheartening to hear we need to focus on wars, conflicts, and violence. It's not that I'm against violence per se, it's just that violence isn't terribly interesting in bulk, that's all. There's so much more nuance to life, and I think we could explore that. So what if we found the memories of someone who worked with Albert Einstein in his patent office, or Charles Darwin on the Beagle, or Marie Curie in France? Moments where humans showed their very best potential. From Evan, okay, come on. Until oily, humorless university professors start paying us 8-figure fees to research the reification of normative gender signifiers in pre-colonial India, why don't we stick to shit that sells? I'm talking Jack the Ripper in Victorian London. I'm talking about guillotines, Robespierre and Napoleon Bonaparte in the French Revolution. I'm talking about Billy the Kid and Wyatt Earp in the wild American West. I'm talking about Genghis Khan and the Mongols killing a city of millions in the span of a long summer weekend. Action, blood, adventure, conflict. Because we're not going to earn back 1/10 of the money we have poured into this, reliving the memories of the guy who sat next to Einstein as he bit his nails while working out the finer details of general relativity in his head. For fuck's sake, man, this is a business, not a group therapy session. From Olivier, Evan, let's take this offline. OG. And that is it. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. But yeah, it really is true. A lot of people have these interesting callbacks to history within their own lineage. I know on my mom's side, my grandfather fought in the Korean War. On my dad's side, my dad served in the Navy during peace times right after Vietnam. But my grandfather was a Naval Air Corps engineer serving on blimps during World War II. And my great-grandfather served in the Italian Army for World War I. After having already moved to the United States. He got drafted and had to go back. And then after World War I was finished, the Italian military had to pay for his passage back to America, which was where he got drafted from. And so he brought along a wife, and that's how my family immigrated. Oh, crap, I did not... Oh, wait, no. We're just in the communicator. It doesn't matter.
Sneaky bastard. A pirate through and through, ain't you? Now, get down to the lobby. There's a courier waiting. Yeah, that's right. I've been planning this for a few hours. Now, wait. The receptionist. Hold on. I'll try something.
What's hilarious is the receptionist could easily see us if she just looked our way.
As gullible as ever. Now, hurry down to the lobby before I remotely detonate your earpiece.
This guy is mean.
Don't even think about ratting me out. My tracks are covered. Yours ain't.
But anyway, here's our way down. Where are we at on time? It's almost 12:30. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. Just enough time to finish this off and go explore the level 2 areas in the sample 17 area.
I think you pulled it a little too long.
Oh, come on. It's not encrypted code, for God's sakes. It's just a bloody coffee. Oh, hooray! It's our old friend.
Hey there, I just got a call about picking up another transfer.
Oh? You said you were here to see me.
Yes, that is one of the perks. Let's see it. A conference in Chicago. Very nice. Thanks for this. We'll be in touch.
Ciao, Rebecca. Text me.
Stuff it, Hastings.
Okay, so is there anything I can access in here? No, that's level 3 still.
Well done, friend. Very well done. Apologies for my temper tantrum there. You are with the good guys, I promise. We'll keep you safe. Trust me. Go on back to work. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, I will in a minute. No, that's just bathrooms. Don't care about that. Vending machine and an ATM right next to the vending machine. Awesome. Although they could have just gone with a vending machine that takes credit. They do exist. I have seen them. I remember in college they had just installed one. Took a credit card. It drove me crazy. And it took cash too, but it had a card swiper as well. And I was like, what the hell do you need a credit card swiper on a vending machine for? But to be honest, it's all about convenience, okay? I rarely carry cash anywhere anymore. Ooh, we've got a sticky note here. But yeah, I rarely carry cash anywhere anymore. Pretty much the only time I ever pull cash out is when I need to go do my laundry because the washing machines at the laundromat are coin-op only. And when I go to my barber, because he's cash only. So anyways, we got sticky note 10. Yes, we submit that we are such tools and as such have a purpose befitting a tool. We submit we are like hammers and wrenches and shovels made for a specific purpose, not our own. We submit that our purpose is indivisible from the will of those who came before. We submit ourselves, our bodies, and our minds utterly. Okay. We can get in here, good. We've got another one of these. Desmond Miles. Information about him. Why? Because isn't he dead? I don't know. But we got another puzzle here. Gotta get a target number of 15. Or 315. There we go. 49. 98. 147. 294. There we go. Gotcha. So what is our reward for this? Lobby camera 1. That's all we get? That's all we get. Just a guy sitting there. Not even doing anything. Oh, great. That was worth it. Ooh, hello. Sticky note. 11. Remember that our relentless, impertinent, hollow drive to achieve everything our pharaoh bearers did has led to many embarrassments and disasters: nuclear weapons, super viruses, genetically modified poison food, toxic air, plastic sea rack, and sea spawn, and the list goes on. You can look it up yourselves on the internet. But all this too had a secret purpose in the end. Sorry, I was trying to do that all in one breath because it was just one massive run-on sentence there. And I got it. I got it. Okay, we're supposed to return to our Animus now. And some of you may have misheard me. I said Animus, not anus. But I realized that the way it sounded when it came out of my mouth was a bit off, a bit odd. So anyways, here we go. No, wait. There was another level 2 door on the CCO level. We're going back up there. Yeah. Pretty sure there was another level 2 door we could have gotten behind on CCO level. Excuse me. I know at the least there was a level 3, but we can't get past that yet. I think there's only 3 security levels, at most 4. So I think... Hello, can we... Oh, we can hack her computer. Didn't even realize. Okay. And... Cross, damn. That's gonna suck. That is so gonna suck. Ah. There we go. Made it halfway. There we go. We've made it across. So what kind of information did a humble receptionist have on her computer? What kind of top secret corporate espionage style information did she have? Ooh, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Oliver Bowden. Chapter 3. She was in the old Shillelagh, a tavern halfway between Hatherton and Bristol, a regular haunt of mine, and sometimes in the summer when mother and father toiled over this shearing at home, when I'd have to make more regular trips into town than several times a day. I admit I hadn't taken much notice of her at first, which is unusual for me because I like to pride myself on knowing the exact location of any pretty woman nearabouts, and besides, the Shillelagh wasn't exactly the sort of place you expected to find a pretty woman. A woman, yes, a certain type of woman, but this girl I could see wasn't like that. She was young, about my age, and she wore a white linen coif and a smock. Looked to me like a domestic. But what made me aware of her wasn't her clothes. It was the loudness of her voice, which was quite in contrast to the way she looked. She was sitting with 3 men, all of them older than her, who I recognized at once. Tom Cobley, his brother Seth, and Julian somebody, whose surname escaped me, but who worked with them. 3 men with whom I had traded words, if not blows, before. The kind who looked down their noses, and somebody's alarm is going off on their car. Yeah. That was annoying. Anyways, with 3 men with whom I had traded words, if not blows, before. The kind who looked down their noses at me because they thought I looked down my nose at them. Who liked me no more than I liked them, which was not a lot. They were sat forward on their stools and watching this young girl with leering, wolfish eyes that betrayed a darker purpose, even though they were all smiles, banging on the table, encouraging her as that she drank dry a flagon of ale. No, she did not look like one of the women who usually frequented the tavern, but it seemed that she was determined to act like one of them. The flagon was about as big as she was, and as she wiped her hand across her mouth and banged it to the table, the men responded with cheers, shouting for another one, and no doubt pleased to see her wobble slightly on her stool. Probably couldn't believe their luck. Pretty little thing like that. I watched as they let the girl drink yet more ale with the same tumult accompanying her success, and then as she did the same as before and wiped her hand across her mouth, but with an even more pronounced wobble this time, a look passed between them. A look that seemed to say, the job is done. Tom and Julian stood, and they began, in their words, to escort her to the door, because, "You've had too much to drink, my lovely. Let's get you home, shall we?" "To bed," smirked Seth, thinking he was saying it under his breath, even though the whole tavern heard him. "Let's be getting you to bed." I passed a look to the barman, who dropped his eyes and used his apron to blow his nose. A customer sat down the bar from me, turned away as I appealed to him with my eyes. Bastards. Might as well have looked to the cat for help, I thought. Then with a sigh, banged down my tankard, stepped off my stool, and followed the Cobleys into the road outside. I blinked as I stepped in from the darkness of the tavern into bright sunlight. My cart was there, roasting in the sun, beside it another one that I took to belong to the Cobleys. On the other side of the road was a yard with house set far back, but no sign of a farmer. We were alone on the highway, just me, the 2 Cobley brothers, Julian, and the girl, of course. "Well, Tom Cobley," I said, "the things you see on a fine afternoon. Why, just you and your cronies are getting drunk and getting a poor defenseless young woman even drunker." The girl sagged as Tom Cobley let go her arm and turned to address me, his finger already raised. "Now just you stay out of this, Edward Kenway, you young good-for-nothing. You're as drunk as I am and your morals just as loose, and I don't need to be given a talking to by the likes of you." Seth and Julian had turned as well. The girl was glazed over, like her mind had turned in for the night, even if her body was still awake. "Well," I smiled, "loose morals I might have, Tom Cobley, but I don't need to pour ale down a girl's throat before taking her to bed, and I certainly don't need 2 friends to help me at the task." Tom Cobley reddened. "Why, you cheeky little bastard, you, I'm going to put her on my cart as what I'm going to do and take her home." "I have no doubt that you intend to put on your cart and take her home. It's what you plan to do between putting her on the cart and reaching home that concerns me." Excuse me, I need a drink. Throat's getting a little dry. "That concerns you, does it? A broken nose and a couple of broken ribs will be concerning you unless you mind your own bloody business." Squinting, I glanced at the highway where trees bordering the dirt track shone gold and green in the sun, and in the distance was a lone figure on a horse, shimmering and indistinct. I took a step forward, and if there had been any warmth or humor in my manner, then it disappeared now, almost of its own accord. There was a steeliness in my voice when I next spoke. "Now you just leave that girl alone, Tom Cobley, or I won't be responsible for my actions." 3 men looked at one another in a way they'd done as I asked. They'd let go of the girl, and she seemed almost relieved to slide to her haunches, placing one hand on the ground and looking at us all with bleary eyes, evidently oblivious to all that was being discussed on her behalf.